Distress anguish is a negative effect impacting all of us at some point in our lives. It's the result of a persistent and annoying stimulus that won't go away. When we feel distress anguish, our mouth turns down, our eyebrows arch, and we may even cry or sob. This negative emotion punishes us and makes us feel terrible. As romantic partners, it's important to be aware of distress anguish and how it can harm our relationship. When one partner is in distress, it's easy for the other partner to feel that same emotion through their mirror neuron system. This innate response can be helpful when it leads to a caring and supportive response. However, if one partner's negative emotions are activated too easily, it can lead to neglect or punishment towards the other partner. It's important to recognize that our attachment style as infants influences how we react to distress as adults. If our caregivers responded to our distress with neglect or punishment, we may develop a pattern of shutting down or avoiding physical contact with others. On the other hand, if our caregivers responded to our distress with comfort and physical touch, we develop a secure attachment style and be better equipped to handle distress as adults. As romantic partners, we should avoid neglect or punishment when one partner is in distress. Instead, we should respond with comfort and support to help reduce their distress. We should also be aware of our own emotional triggers and patterns so that we don't inadvertently activate distress in our partner. When we do experience distress anguish, it's important to cope in healthy ways. We can reduce distress by seeking comfort and physical touch from our partner, or engaging in activities that bring us joy and pleasure. It's also important to express our positive emotions to avoid experiencing chronic distress. There are several other ways we can minimize our distress effect, including 1. Recognize the trigger. Identifying the source of our distress is the first step in minimizing its effects. By understanding what is causing us to feel distressed, we can take steps to address the underlying issue. 2. Reframe our thoughts. Sometimes, our thoughts can contribute to our distress. By reframing our thoughts and looking at the situation from a different perspective, we can reduce the impact of our distress. 3. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness techniques, such as effect labeling, deep breathing, and meditation, can help us stay calm and centered in the face of distress. 4. Seek support. Talking to a trusted friend or family member can help us feel less alone in our distress. Seeking support from a mental health professional can also be helpful in managing distress. 5. Engage in self-care. Taking care of ourselves physically, emotionally, and mentally can help us build resilience and better cope with distress. This can include activities such as exercise, getting enough sleep, and engaging in hobbies or other enjoyable activities. 6. Practice relaxation techniques. Relaxation techniques such as progressive muscle relaxation or visualization can help us calm our minds and bodies when experiencing distress. 7. Set boundaries. Sometimes, saying no to requests or situations that are causing us distress can be an important step in minimizing its effects. 8. Engage in problem solving. If the source of our distress is a specific problem or situation, we can engage in problem-solving techniques to address the issue and minimize its impact. Affect labeling is a mindfulness technique used in affect theory that involves identifying and labeling the emotions we are experiencing. It can be a helpful tool in managing the affect of distress anguish. Here's how. 1. Increase self-awareness. By labeling the emotions we are experiencing, we can increase our self-awareness and develop a better understanding of our emotional state. This can help us identify triggers and develop coping strategies. 2. Reduced physiological response. Studies have shown that affect labeling can help reduce the physiological response to emotions, such as increased heart rate and blood pressure, which are often associated with distress. 3. Enhanced emotional regulation. Affect labeling can help us regulate our emotions by separating ourselves from the emotions we are experiencing. By labeling the emotion, we create some distance between ourselves and the emotion, which can help us gain perspective and manage it more effectively. 4. Increased sense of control. When we label our emotions, we take an active role in managing them. This can give us a sense of control over our emotional state, which can be empowering and help reduce distress. To use affect labeling to manage distress anguish, try the following. 1. Identify and label the affect you are experiencing. For example, you might say to yourself, "I'm experiencing distress." 2. Acknowledge the affect without judgment. Accept that it's okay to feel this way. and that the feeling is a normal response to the situation based on our biology. 3. Focus on your breathing. Take slow, deep breaths and try to relax your body. 4. Reframe your thoughts. Instead of dwelling on the distressing situation, focus on positive thoughts or solutions. 5. Engage in self-care. Do something that makes you feel good, such as taking a walk, listening to music, or spending time with a loved one. When a person uses affect labeling to accurately identify and acknowledge their feelings of distress anguish, they are taking an important step towards emotional regulation and coping. With continued practice, affect labeling can help individuals gain control over their emotions and reduce the intensity and duration of distressing feelings. When distress lifts, individuals experience joy, a sense of relief, calmness, and even a renewed sense of hope. By learning to recognize and manage their distress anguish, individuals can deepen their emotional connections with their partners and cultivate a healthier, more fulfilling relationship. Remember, affect labeling is just one tool in managing distress anguish. It's important to seek support from a mental health professional if you are struggling with intense or chronic distress. We hope you enjoyed watching today's video. To stay updated on our latest content, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you soon.